I've been driving down this old road for so long I don't know when. If I could go back in time, you know I'd do it all again. I grew up breathing diesel, riding steel and chrome. I worked damn hard to get where I'm at, and I did it on my own. Cause I'm a wheelburner, always burning down the road. Yes, I'm a wheelburner.
Here's something I haven't done in a lot of years. Walked around without a shirt off. Well, I'm down now to the weight that I want to be at, or I'm getting closer. I know a lot of you saw way back when I put out a video showing this little thing that I've been doing. And thanks to Thor, I got kick-started doing it. Well, it's working. Now, I don't, per se, I don't show it. And I don't push it, and I don't anything like I don't ask anybody to follow along on my journey. But it's been a couple of months now. I'm at 215 pounds, and although the weight for me hasn't dropped, I mean, like I haven't dropped, like I had in my head that I was going to go from 230 down to 200. I wanted to drop 30 pounds or down to 205. What I've found has happened is the weight at first fell off, right? I went from 230 down to 220, down to 217, or 219, 218, whatever like that. And then I got down to about 215, and right now I'm below that. I don't have a scale where I'm at, but I had weighed myself just before I left the house about a week ago, and I was at 215 dead even. Darryl marked that. And so I know I've dropped a few more pounds, but what has happened, and somebody pointed out to me, is that although the fat mass is dropping, the muscle mass is coming back up, right? The muscle mass has come back up. I'm now replacing the fat mass with muscle mass. Muscles are heavier than muscles, heavier than fat. So I may never get down to 215, but that's okay as long as I'm replacing that fat, that chub, all that shit that was all along the side here, right? Where I had fucking, you know, I almost had man boobs or whatever the hell you want to call those. Right, and all of this in here, like I can see ribs. I don't have the six-pack, that's fine, I'll get there, that's coming. But I'm now moving along. I've got a good core here. I'm gonna say it's solid. I gotta be careful because I do have a hernia here. But I've got a core going on here. I've got all up in here, all this area up here is all tightened up. Arms have tightened up. And I'm 54 years old, guys. I'm 54 years old and I'm doing this. And I'm not doing anything crazy. There's no weights in my truck. There's no big barbells. I'm not stopping at the gym. I'm not out running laps. I'm not doing nothing out of the ordinary, or nothing that anybody can't do in their truck. So I'm going to go put my shirt on because this is about the range of my comfort level here. And we're going to carry on with this video. See you down the road. So before I get started, I'm going to have a little breakfast. So I've got a breakfast of champions. I've actually already had a little bit of yogurt. I had that when I first got up. So you guys don't mind if I have a little yogurt, or have the yogurt, have a banana, have a little bit of coffee. Coffee is always better out of a Wheelburner coffee mug. I don't know what it is. You guys got to try it. It really is. Coffee's always better. Anyway, I'm not going to talk with my mouth full. I got the hood open and just doing the, you know, because I'm sitting here doing my 36. Yes, in Canada we have to do 36. You guys only got to do 34, but in Canada we got to do 36. So, but I discovered I had a couple of fuel injector lines replaced. I had 3 out of the 6 replaced. And you know what? It was one of those moments where I had it done and I was going, fuck it, bro, I just replace all 6. You know, what are you messing around for here? Just do all 6. But only the back 3, or actually the back 2 were leaking. So I did the back 3 and the front 3 were okay. Well, guess what? Now the front. Now it's not affecting the performance of the truck. It's not hurting the engine. There's no danger to the truck or me or anything like that. It's not like it's not dropping. It's not. I'll show you in a second, but it's one of those things I want to emphasize to you guys. For stuff like this, if you're replacing one line and there's two, replace them both. You know, some people are going to say, well, don't fix it, don't change it till you fix it. Well, every part on this truck has a lifespan. So if certain parts, if there's multiple of the same part and one of them is failing, chances are the rest of them are going to fail shortly thereafter. So don't mess around with it. Just change it. They were like $46 a piece, right? $46 a piece, and it took 25 minutes or maybe half an hour to change out the three. So it came back to bite me, you know. So don't do what I did. Here's the lesson in this, you know. Don't do what I did. Get it done. If three of them are leaking, replace all six, and I wouldn't be having this conversation. So I'm going to finish the coffee, and then we're going to go take a look. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is what I'm talking about. I apologize about the sun. Pain in the ass. Although I'm not complaining. It's a beautiful day. It could be pissing down rain, right? So these are the lines I'm talking about right here. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now these three on the back were already done. These were the three that were replaced. And if you look carefully, you can see all down here, like there's fuel that's, you know, there's it's almost like a small stain that's happened. Now it's not leaking, it's not dripping or anything like that. But where it's leaking from is right down in there, right? That right there is what's leaking. And that one's leaking. That one right there is leaking. And this one right here is leaking. Again, these ones are not, they're dry. I should have, when I did those three, I should have done all 6. Shame on me. Lesson learned. Doesn't matter how long you've been doing this, lesson learned, right? If you're gonna do 3, you might as well do all 6. So now I can hear a bunch of you in the background going, Jesus Christ, Brian, wash your engine. God, wash your engine, because it is right now, it is dirty. I do say, honestly, like, look at this, like, we are dirty. It has been, it's been a rough couple of weeks with the dust and everything, and keeping things clean. It's just been almost impossible. I just finished gutting the truck, and you know, it was one of those cleans where you empty the truck completely, and you just, you know, you've got your mothers or your Armor All, and you've got your wipes, and you just go to town, and that's what I just did. So now we're just taking a quick poke around the engine. I am not a believer in washing my engine. I will, like if it was a 60 series Detroit or a 3406 Cat or an N14, yeah, I would say, yeah, go ahead. But unfortunately, and this is by my own experience, with all of the new electronics and all of the new emissions and all the sensors and all the shit that's on these engines right now, the last time, and it's been years, I actually, you know, washed an engine or pulled it into the beacon or wherever I was getting it done, and had the engine washed. 9 out of 10 times, next thing you know, you're throwing a code or an engine light or something like that. So now I do not wash the engine. I will go over to the side of the building. We have wash nozzles and shit over here. I will go over there and I will go in and I will lightly knock the dust off it, but I will not blast. By any means, I will not blast it. I'm not willing to do that. It's just I can't find the happy medium between, you know, a happy clean engine and a dirty happy engine. So whatever. I don't suggest you blast them. I don't. I just give it a light little dusting with the water, you know, enough to knock the dust off it and let it run off. It's also a good idea to keep your engine clean, because then when you get little drips and drabs like that, you'll be able to see them. You'll know where it came from, right? You know what I'm talking about? So that's what we're gonna do today. Probably knock those 3 out, switch those out, and get those. If I can get the parts, it's Sunday today, so if we can get the parts, I got a feeling that when the shop up here at our shop, I think when they did those 6, you can only order them by the or when you order these things, they only come in a 6-pack. So they might actually have the other 3 up there. Either way, we'll find out and maybe knock those out today. Yeah, she needs a bath. The outside's definitely going to get a bath, definitely. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, see you in a bit. So I'm just doing the crawl of shame, you call it. You know, when you see the guys going through the truck stop at like 2 miles an hour so it doesn't trigger their e-log? That's what I'm doing. I'm just doing that. I'm going over to just to give the truck a quick blast. We don't have the facility here. We don't have the scrub brush and the soap and everything, but at least they've been good enough to supply us with pressure washer and everything like that. So I'm going to go over, do the engine, just give it a quick blast, and well, a light blast, you know what I'm saying, and do the truck. Unfortunately, our yard here is packed dirt. So we've had, I don't know, 10 days straight of hot weather. So it is really dusty. It is really dirty. You know, every time a truck goes in and out of here, it's kicking up a shit ton of dust. If you looked at the hood of my truck right now, you can write your name in it comfortably. No problem. So I'm just gonna go knock all that off, kill a little more time. For those of you that have followed along this far, thanks a lot, appreciate it. Thanks for coming along the ride. If you learned something little, great. If you didn't, carry on to somebody else. You'll pick up something somewhere. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications, all that kind of good stuff like that, man. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. We'll see you down the road.